Hey guys and gals, this is Blake Morrow. You are listening to the daily Roundup webinar. I hope everybody's having a great trading session. And wow, we are seeing some massive volatility once again, which is great. It's great, but as you guys know, it is time to deploy the National Guard to New Rochelle. No, I'm sorry. It is time to deploy tactics to protect yourself against volatility, meaning take smaller positions, don't overexpose yourself. It's just you can be whipped around so fast. I'm pulling up the dollar yen since I've been trading the heck out of it today. But you look at the moves from like the lows here at 103.24, then we rallied to 104.29. That's a 100 pip plus rally, and then we're pulling back right now. So just be really careful out there. It is real whippy, real scary. No need to be super exposed in this type of environment. Now, I was half joking about the National Guard being deployed to New Rochelle, New York, but that's a little scary. When you're deploying our National Guard, a lot of people think that the coronavirus is a hoax or it's not real. Look, it's becoming pretty real. I don't, yeah, everybody's going to have their own opinion. With you guys listening at home, you don't need to like chime in. Oh, it's a bunch of BS. It's political, blah blah blah, or oh, it's so serious. I know people. I don't need to hear it. The fact of the matter is, it's becoming quite real, and you have to keep that in mind when you're navigating through these markets. I still believe that selling rallies is the way to go. As you can see in the S&P, really quick, I'll just pull it up. I mean, we were up here this morning when I was on the webinar today, challenged the 38% retracement and reverse lower, and the S&P is not too terribly far off of the lows that we set yesterday. I would venture to guess that we're going to be consolidating like this. This is just a guess, guys. It's not, I don't know, but my guess is we're going to be doing this, and then eventually break lower. That would be my best guess at this point in time. Okay. And Pete said, yeah, you got to watch the close. Absolutely, we got to watch the close. I think we got to watch a lot of things. You got to watch the yen. You got to watch what's the pesos. Just so you guys know, the peso is a bit off limits right now. Not to say that you can't trade it, but yesterday, the Banxico basically said they're coming in to support the peso. So any precipitous drop that you see in the peso, meaning the dollar peso goes higher, it's going to be met with the bank. So just be aware of that. That's what actually makes me want to short the US dollar Mexican peso on rallies. Now, that doesn't mean I'm going to do it today. That means that, if I feel that we have formed some sort of bottom in the equity markets, then I will probably be looking to short the dollar Mexican peso. Not until then. But when we have risk off, like stocks are selling off right now, going long the dollar Mexican peso, now you're fighting a central bank, which there's the old saying, don't fight the Fed. Well, don't fight central banks just in general. Whether you're talking the whether you're talking Banxico or the Fed, just be careful fighting the central banks. All right, so let's talk a little bit about the euro. So the euro dollar, I want to point this out because I'm not trading the euro right now, but it has come under a little bit of pressure. It's being, I want to say it's between a rock and a hard place right now. I would really love to get long. Excuse me, I just ate, so I got a little bit of hiccups here. I'd like to get long down here. This would be ultimately 112.50 if I can get it. I don't know if we're going to get it because it depends how much risk aversion we see. But my two senses and my gut instinct tells me that we're probably going to do this. and find some sort of support down around here, you know, before the next rally. This would be my assumption, something like that. Whether we stop at this 50% retracement or come all the way down to the 618, I'm not too sure, but I'm not willing to step in front of the train right now in the euro dollar to find out either. Okay. The cable has been under a lot of pressure today. For those of you that don't know, you know, I closed the pattern in play yesterday. You know, when we were trading at right here at 129. Oh, I'm sorry. I closed it at 131. The reason why is we had limited upside coming out of this wedge, and then the volatility was so great that it really provoked me personally to just, you know, take my cable longs off the table. It has come back under pressure, and it should be supported here. Let me grab a fib. I'm kind of not even focused on the cable right now because I've been watching the yen so closely today. But, you know, we're around the 618. So I guess as long as we're above 129, it is probably not a bad long. I just, you know, I think there's probably better situations, better opportunities out there. I'm not paying attention to the Aussie and the Kiwi much, but look at the Canadian. The Canadian is ripping. It doesn't even matter that crude oil bounced however many percentage points it bounced yesterday. The Canadian is getting destroyed. This is a massive move, guys. Look at this. Okay, I've done this on this webinar before. I'm going to do it again. Here's the dollar Canadian. False breakdown leads to a breakout. What chart is doing the exact opposite of this? Somebody tell me. What chart is doing the exact opposite of this? Help me out. Gavin, you got it? Dimitri, you got it? But for those of you that weren't listening in maybe a few days ago when I talked about this, Shahab, not the one I was talking about, but similar. Okay, dollar yen. False breakout, reversal. Yes, it's bouncing today. I get it. I get that it's up today. It doesn't matter. I think you got to sell it on rally, because what I think is going to happen is we're going to see this 100 yen level. I have been targeting the dollar yen to the downside. I've played it a lot to the downside. I actually played it long. I did. It was like a kind of a scalp. Like I thought it was pretty oversold down at like 103.70 or something earlier today, and I'm like, I'll just take it long. And I took it long for like 5 pips. I didn't even tell the chat room about it. It was one of those, you know, I got long somewhere down here or somewhere over here, and or over here somewhere, something like this. I was like long right here, and I was so scared. I got in and out, and I just took a few pips and just ran. You know, it is probably going to be in a consolidation phase, but I still think you sell on rallies based on the environment we're in. So what I'm looking for is I'm still looking for a move up to like 104.80. Something like that. We had a question in the chat room, so I want to address it right now before I get into or I let you guys go, because I wanted to make this just kind of a quick update. I went a little longer yesterday, and I didn't really need to do that. Somebody in our chat room, I can't remember who, asked about like the CPI tomorrow. Is that going to be a big deal? You know what I have to say about any economic data right now? Forget about it. Unless it's a Fed day. Or an interest rate decision, or unless it's employment, every other data is it's irrelevant right now. So just don't even worry about it. The market's not even concerned. The market's more concerned with what's happening with the virus and OPEC if you're trading crude, you know. But other than that, it's really all about the virus and about the current volatility. So any type of data that you see, whether it's CPI tomorrow or anything else that we might have, what's probably going to happen is you'll see a quick move, but it's going to revert back. Whatever you're trading is going to revert back to the mean immediately after. So don't get too worked up about that. Ash says Trump speech today. I think, well, I don't know if he's speaking a little bit later or not, but I'll tell you this much. Everybody that we come in contact with is very disenchanted with Donald Trump. I the undertone of the people that we discuss this with is, wow, we've been, the general public's been fooled by him for so long, and the constant talking up, and it's starting to wear thin. And so that's why his rhetoric is starting to have very limited impact on the market. Matter of fact, what we're seeing is any type of strength that you would imagine that's being bought. If you're seeing buyers on strength, you're seeing sellers into strength now. So that's something that is a little bit different characteristic that we haven't seen in months and years past. And the reason why, and I'm just going to be brutally honest here, is the administration's handling of the coronavirus at this point. The market is losing faith. That's what I've been explaining to you guys on the FACE webinar. So if he does speak, he says something positive, we passed a package, this will be great for the economy. Markets might spike up on it, then you sell into it. That's the approach that I'm taking with that. And remember, guys, if you want to be updated, find me in the chat room. I'm right here on ForexAnalytix. Once you're logged in, go right over here. If I'm not chatting with my office or trading, I'm chatting along with lots of other people. We're chatting all day long. Well, except in Asia. In Asia, it's a little slower. So 9:28. Since 9:28, that was less than 15 minutes ago. There's already been 36 new messages. So you can see it's chatting. So we're all talking about markets and what's happening. So love to see you there. You guys have a great day. Good luck. I'll see you tomorrow morning on the FACE webinar. Thanks everybody for joining in with me today. I'll talk to you soon.